I'm Marcus Coward, and this is Wake Me Bedford. And I'm here with Benny.
What's up, guys?
Benny, thanks for being here. So, Benny, for those who don't know you, but especially for those who do, help me paint a picture of who you are, and you can start with where you're from.
My name is Benny. I'm from New Bedford, born and raised from the north side. If you don't really know me, I'm a pretty blunt dude, straightforward.
Sure.
Definitely make people laugh. Just try to keep it as raw as possible, as being me. That's really about it. I've been here my whole life. I've been doing music for probably 8-9 years now. But really getting into it the last 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
But I love music. Music's something that when you get that feeling, you can't really let it go. It's just like anything else. When you know something's supposed to be calling to you, or you get the butterflies almost, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And that's why I continue to do art in general. That's what I like.
When I've heard other people describe music, they've said it's the closest thing to magic, honestly. Because it's hard to describe, but it's so real that you can feel it.
It's like when you read or watch a movie, or you hear a certain song that connects to you, and you get those goosebumps.
Yeah.
So when you're making the music, and you're the one that you're the one that did it, and you get that feeling, to me it's magical.
Yeah.
It's you can't describe it, and you don't get that feeling doing everything in life. So when you're actually doing something and you feel that way, to me it's you just can't lose that.
Facts.
Don't ever lose that.
Yeah.
That feeling.
So rewinding a little bit, walk us through where you went to school. Where did you start elementary school?
Elementary, so like I said, I did a lot in the North End. I went to Hayden McFadden.
Sure, okay.
Then I went to Mount Pleasant, which is right up the street. And then I went for middle school. I did Keith Middle School for a year. Too many fights over there, so I ended up going to New Mandan.
Okay.
Back in the North End, and I stood there till I went to high school, to New Bedford High.
Well, and there were less fights in Normandan than Keith?
No, so
that's what I'm saying.
So it's funny because by the time I went to Normandan, they had just built the school 2 years prior, I think.
Okay.
So it was roughly really new.
Yeah.
Keith Middle School was new too when I went there. But it was just further from my house, and my mother felt if I'm fighting over there for so far, she can't really get to me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So might as well just go to the school up north. But there, I just got into as much fights there too.
Yeah.
But it was more controlled. I get to come right back home. My mother can come get to me closer. It's stuff like that. But I tell you what, I had way more fun in New Mandan.
Yeah.
I had way more fun over there. I had my brother with me. I had friends I grew up with literally my whole life there. So New Mandan was probably why I got in more trouble. But I definitely wouldn't trade those memories for anything.
Older or younger brother?
He's older.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it was definitely a time.
And you like going to school with your brother?
Yeah, it was. It has its moments,
Okay.
There's always the up and down, but yeah, it was a good experience to actually go to school. My older brother and kids that I grew up with my whole life that I still talk to this day.
Fire.
So it's definitely dope. I liked it. We never really had class though.
What do you mean?
Because they noticed when we were together, they always had to separate us. We were never even in the, so in Normandan it goes by pods on each side. They always separate us. We couldn't even be in the same halls. Because they would just say get the brothers away from each other.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
That was funny.
And so, then where'd you go to high school?
And then I went to New Bedford High.
Yeah, New Bedford High, okay.
I graduated in 2015.
Yeah, okay.
And actually they have a 10-year anniversary coming up this year. I feel old as shit.
You plan to go?
I was thinking about going.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to go with a few of my friends, but they're all on the same, they're oh, I don't know if I want to go and see everybody. I'm bro, and there's nobody in New Bedford there's nobody in the world that's better than you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So just don't think that way.
Exactly.
Just have a good time, see some familiar faces.
Yeah.
Call it a night. That's it.
Yeah, for sure.
Anybody passing judgment on anybody else is just. Nobody's better than anybody. You know what I'm saying? So.
And it's not that serious.
Yeah, I told him don't worry about it. It's just an anniversary.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go though. I kind of want to see this. I know there's a lot of faces I haven't seen
Sure.
since I was in high school. So it'd be an experience.
And so have you been in, like, have you ever lived anywhere else besides New Bedford?
Nah.
Yeah.
I've visited other places.
Sure.
I've been
Yeah.
on vacations. I've actually just visited where my grandmother and my mother's from in Puerto Rico recently.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I got to visit my great-grandmother, so that was dope.
How's Puerto
See,
Rico?
Puerto Rico's amazing. I love it.
Yeah?
It's an experience that you know what I'm saying, you can't take from somebody. It's just like going to any other island, you know. It's just, but when you're born, well, when your roots come from there, it feels different, you know.
Yeah.
And I loved it. We went through like the rainforest. I got to drink from a river. Like it's dope. Like it's
Definitely different
something
from New Bedford.
Yeah, it's way different.
Yeah.
I never lived anywhere else. I thought about leaving, but it never happens. But if you do get the chance, leave New Bedford. There's so much more out there. I promise you.
I only ask because do you feel like you would recognize most of the people that would end up going back to that 10-year anniversary?
Yeah, I think I would. I
Yeah.
mean, I've seen a lot of people age drastically, but there's some people that don't. You know?
Sure. Okay.
And I feel like I'm just really good familiar with faces, so I think I'll recognize someone like, oh yeah, I know your face, you look different, or you look exactly the same. That's what I want to go there for. I just want to see how everybody looks.
Yeah, how they've changed.
Yeah, I want to see how everybody looks, what they're doing, what they're up to.
Do you feel like you were a pretty social person in high school?
Yeah, I was definitely social. Definitely goofed off a lot in class.
Yeah.
But I definitely learned a lot too. There was definitely some subjects that I was intrigued with. There was a lot of things that I didn't like either, so goofed off a lot. High school was fun to an extent. I just wish I did a lot more in high school.
Okay.
You know, I wish I did more sports.
What sport did you want to do?
I wish I at least tried out for basketball.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I played ball outside of high school just with my friends and stuff.
Yeah.
So I wish I would at least give myself the chance to at least try. But I never did that. So that was like one of the only things that I wish I actually did during high school that I didn't. Other than that, high school was kind of fun, you know?
Yeah.
Did a lot of dumb shit, but I did a lot of fun stuff too. And I made friends that I'm still friends with to this day. You know, the only thing I wish our high school in New Bedford High was like high school in like the West Coast, like in bigger cities. Like, you know how it's almost like high school out there in the West Coast, it's almost like a campus. It's almost like it's way bigger. The experience is way different. You have to actually go outside to a different building to go to class and this and that. I wish high school was like that. You know, I've seen a lot of people, even their middle schools out there in the West Coast are kind of like that too.
Yeah, a little more
it's
spread out.
It's like you get a little bit more freedom, you know, almost. So I kind of wish it was like that because it would just feel like the almost like in a college experience, you know, without having to have to go there. But I liked high school.
Do you feel like at New Bedford High you didn't have as much freedom, or like because I'm just hearing stories of like my older brother who went there for a little bit. And he's one person who like skipped a lot of class. Like he got his first job while still at New Bedford High, and that was like, so I definitely do hear people just like, you know, either goofing off or just like going and skipping classes or whatever. Like,
so I don't know how it is now. Obviously, it's like been like 10 years, but there was a time when I was in New Bedford High where like half the teachers cared, half of them didn't.
Sure.
But every teacher said like, you're about to be an adult now. No one's going to be on your back to do anything. So you have to have, you know, the responsibility to go do everything on your own.
Sure.
So yeah, kids was fucking skipping class left and right because they just had the freedom to do it.
Yeah.
But like, if I was going to skip, I wasn't going to go to school. That's like my mindset. If I'm not going to go for one class, I might as well just not go the whole day.
Okay.
You know, but that wasn't all the time. There was times that I did do it, but it wasn't all the time because there was. So like I said, we're bringing it back to music. Yeah. I started off drawing when I was a kid. Okay. And then like painting and looking at, like I could look at the room and I would draw it, how I would see it, perspective and all that. And I just did art throughout school the whole time. And then when I went to high school, I did AP art. Okay. So basically they get you ready for a portfolio for college and then doing all these extravagant art pieces and, you know, things like that. And I couldn't miss out. You can't miss out on so many days when you have a class like that. Sure. So I was going to, school for that. There was like I liked history. I even did ROTC when I was in high school too.
Okay.
For a little, I was a bad kid, I needed a little bit of discipline, so
Sure.
I got convinced I need to do it. Which honestly, I learned a couple things that I didn't mind. The only thing I really did have a problem with was authority.
Yeah.
That was
okay.
really it. Because in that program, you have kids you could be a freshman, they could be a junior, but
Yeah.
their rank is higher than yours,
Yeah.
so they could tell you what to do, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, I'm not about to have another kid.
Oh my goodness.
That's in high school. Tell me what to do. I got over it quick. But there was a
Okay.
lot of things that were dope that I stuck with me. The training for the physical training was dope.
Sure.
Working out and all that, I liked it. But yeah, I couldn't miss too many days. Like I said, there was subjects that I did like to do, and the subjects that I couldn't miss out on.
Yeah.
And then gym, history, those were like my things. Art, and I liked EMT because I like.
Oh really?
Yeah, EMT, those type of classes is very educational.
Yeah.
So I like to learn, like, you can be in any type of predicament and something can happen. You might need to save someone's life, and
Do you feel like you still remember?
I remember certain things.
okay.
I don't remember how many chest compressions that
Sure.
you have to do, but I know it's a certain amount.
Yeah.
Give them a breath. And it's a certain amount. Give them a breath. But
Yeah.
as long as it's around the number, it gotta work. But I haven't done it since then. But it was very interesting class. And chemistry. That was like the only other class that I liked. Chemistry.
Yeah. Okay.
That was dope.
And so I've heard that Bedford High also had like home economics. And
Yeah.
Things like that.
They had home economics. They had a class to teach you about like taxes and
Oh, yeah?
and yeah. But that wasn't a big class, and the lady that taught it, she was way older. So her explanations on things wasn't as clear because
Yeah,
they
sure.
were very old school.
Sure.
And she just didn't know how to simplify things. Like it's easy to explain something to somebody, but to simplify it so somebody else can understand it, that's what she had trouble with. But
Gotcha.
they have that. They had I did a cooking class. They had that too there.
Sure.
But I did more of like the meal prep of it and then cleaning it because I had it at the end of the day.
Okay.
So each class was a little different. But yeah, they had kids. They had classes for girls that wanted to become not like daycare teachers, but like, you know what I'm saying, like take care of children and stuff.
Sure.
They had those type of classes. They had a whole bunch of classes if you actually looked and you tried.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people underestimate at New Bedford High. They
Yeah.
have a lot of classes and a lot of things that you want to do. It's just if you want to actually do it, you gotta look.
Yeah.
You gotta actually try.
Did New Bedford High have SROs when you were there?
Mhm.
What was your opinion of them? Do you feel like they were needed, or did they do anything good, or were they just kind of unnecessary for you?
So, I mean, I don't know how much kids are getting into fights nowadays. I've seen some a few years ago on the internet.
Sure.
But like back when I was there, kids were, there was fights left and right.
Yeah.
There was fights left and right in the court. There was
Okay.
one point, literally there was like a 4v4. Like kids were going crazy and they were from different sides, and it was just like,
Sure.
it was a lot. I've gone into a few fights at school, but I would say they abused the power just a little bit, just a tad bit.
Okay.
That's how I feel. It's just like, I understand you need to reprimand a child or tell them what to do because they're skipping class, whatever the case may be. But to an extent, just you can only tell them what to do. You bring them into detention. If not, they're gonna leave. Just let them leave. Like that's their future.
Yeah.
They're only gonna hurt themselves. You're not hurting them. They're only gonna remember you bothering them instead of you just being like, yo, I was trying to help you out, but if you don't want to listen, that's fine. Then do your own thing. I'm not your dad. I'm not your mom.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. But I don't have the best experiences with the SROs.
Sure.
I forgot what I was doing in the Corps. I was doing something, and they thought me and my friend was skipping.
Yeah.
So I gave him my pass, and he was trying to grab me and telling me to come back. And I told him, you don't need to touch me.
Yeah,
so I tried
relax,
walking
yeah,
away, and
yeah.
he just slammed me off rip.
Oh wow.
And I had braces, so it was like it was the worst.
Yikes.
But that was the only bad experience really I had with the SROs.
Okay.
Other than that, I mean, it's like an opinion. Do we really need them? Do we not?
Yeah, I
It
feel
just depends on how violent the school is.
So rewinding a little bit, when you were saying like, you got in fights like when you were younger, but like, why? First, do you feel like you I don't know, were, I don't want to say a tough kid, like a tough guy, but like.
No,
like,
I don't think I was one of those kids that even looked for fights, honestly.
Okay.
It's just like, I could say something,
Okay.
and you could say something, and it's like, okay, I could say something back. And if you get bothered, I'm not gonna get as bothered as you.
Okay,
and then it's like, then
sure.
you're gonna call me out my name.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not that, and that's what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I don't like. I'm not a bully, but you're not gonna punk me.
And
know?
you're not gonna be scared of anyone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
If I get beat up, I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be breathing and do another day tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Fight another day. I really don't care. You know? I don't. I've done beat people up. I've done got beat up. It is what it is. Well, not really beat up, but I've done taken an L. You know what I'm saying? I've taken an L, and it's just like, it doesn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Move on with the day.
And do you feel like you got that mentality from either where you were from or from your older brother, or that was just kind of a you thing?
I feel like it was more of the adults that I was around, and the older people is like, give respect, show respect, but don't get disrespected. Don't take bullshit from nobody.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't. Because nobody, like I was trying to say earlier, is better than you.
Yeah.
And if they try down talking you, you know, again, you don't have to be the biggest, the toughest, none of that. You just don't take nothing from nobody. That's really it. You know, that's what I stand on. I don't care if you 300 pounds and you're a bodybuilder, bro. You call me something, I'll say something. I'm gonna be nervous, but I'm gonna
be nervous.
I'm gonna tell you just like you told me, and if it extends to something else, then it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But nah, I'm not. I don't consider myself a bully or even try looking for trouble like that.
Sure.
No, I don't. I personally never really liked bullies. You know, I always stuck up for kids who talking. Somebody's talking about them. I'm just like, bro, you know they're not even like that. Why are you doing that? You know, that's how it's always been.
So when you were younger, I mean, you said that you've been doing art, I mean, essentially your whole life, but what did you see yourself doing, like, as a career? Like, what was your dream job?
So, yeah, I started out with drawing, went to, like, comic books, then upgraded to doing, like, pictures of people.
So you're doing, like, stories, like, with comic books?
No, I would just take the comics and do all the drawings.
Okay, cool.
And put them all on one page, or, like, make them smaller, make them bigger, try to get the details and the shading in. I did a lot of black and white.
Okay.
Try to get into color as I got older, but it's just way more harder.
Yeah.
With shading and all that,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
and the light perspectives and the views. But I still tried. I got a lot more into it in high school. The only thing that I didn't really excel in was like oil pastels and canvas painting.
Sure.
Because you can't, like what pastels you can mess up, but like canvas painting, it's hard. Once you mess up, you have to change the picture a little bit. You know, it's very tedious and it's a lot of work. But I learned and I liked it a lot. I wanted to become either a graphic designer or just do art, and I even applied to the Art Institute.
Okay.
In California. Yeah, I probably would have been in graphic design. I honestly just didn't believe in myself when it came to the essay. I had to do the essay, and they told me to write something, like a life story.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to say. I was drawing blanks for like weeks, and I just gave up.
No,
Yeah,
Benny.
I literally could have had a whole different life right now in fucking California.
Wow.
But you know, it is what it is. I'm not mad about it.
Yeah.
You know, it led me to a different form of art.
Sure.
So it's like I can't be mad, and everything's a journey.
Yeah.
Everything's a journey. So it's like if I didn't go there now, maybe I end up going there later. You know.
Yeah,
maybe I end up drawing again, and that shit pops off.
Do you think about that moment often, or not really? And just because I asked about it.
Lately, because taking breaks here and there with the music.
Sure.
And then when I get back into it, obviously I tell myself why I'm even doing this in the first place, and what it means to me, and how I started. And when I always think back to drawing, and that focal point right there of me not doing the essay is when I really started, because other things were happening in life, I started doing music to express how I felt. And then that's when the transition happened. So like I said, anything could happen, and I'm not mad about it. Journey could have been a whole different. Who's to say that I could have been successful doing that, or I would have been somewhere, you know what I'm saying, totally different. But I'm not mad about the choices.
Sure.
Because I'm still in art. I'm still doing it, you know, so if I would have gave up on myself completely, then yeah, maybe I would have regretted it.
And so, bringing up music, who was your first favorite artist? And when did you first like realize like, oh, I actually love music?
I always liked a lot of different type of music when I was younger.
Okay.
So like because of like my parents, I would listen to a lot of the '90s throwing backs, but then I listened to a lot of the 2000s with like Fabulous, 50 Cent. Even I listened to the bands to like B2K. I was listening to all that type of music, Kanye and all that. But honestly, the first person that I probably would remember listening to was probably 50 Cent.
Really?
Yeah, listening to like in the club and all that, my mom's car. And then after that, it was like, I mean, I just listened to a lot of the popular songs that were around at that time, but I like singing a lot more.
Okay.
So I would listen to a lot of, when my mom would play like the old Beyonce songs or the Alicia Keys songs, you know what I'm saying? I would listen to that, and then I started getting into Chris Brown when he came out, because I liked the singing aspect of it, and at that time when I was younger, I danced a lot.
Okay.
My mother always made me dance, so I was dancing a lot. So
what do you mean she made you dance?
like because they were Puerto Rican, so we'd go out to like little parties, and she'd make me do dances, or we went to some festivals when we was younger. She'd make me do the Cry Baby on stage. Like she'd be like, my son can dance, and make me go out there and dance. And I could dance. It's just like it was just like being in the spotlight was kind of a little, you know what I'm saying, nervous. So, but yeah, ever since then I liked Chris Brown. But then getting older, I liked a lot of just like, I started getting into Michael Jackson a lot.
Sure. Yeah.
As I got older, because I liked the way he made songs, and he didn't use like auto tunes and like that. And then I started understanding like he did a lot of layers. There was a lot of ins and outs. There was like he did different tones on each layer. So like when I was listening to that was like what, like me becoming a teenager.
Sure.
And then new music was all coming out too. But when it, like that's the music that made me want to get into music. And then like Eminem, because he was lyrical, made me get into music. Obviously Biggie and Tupac and stuff like that. Big L, I liked Big L.
Yeah, okay.
You know, when I came to the old school and all that, I liked it. But then when it came to the new school, like Gunna, Lil Baby, Young Thug, they made me want to transition into using my voice more. Because at first I was just rapping a little bit, like more, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I see what you mean.
I try to use my voice more, try to transition of what I used to like and listen to, and then what's going on now, you know what I'm saying, mix it up a little bit. But I'm still trying to find, you know what I'm saying, the perfect middle. Sure. But basically, yeah, that's where it all comes from. You know, I think I really started with 50 Cent. That's like vivid memories. Yeah. Vivid memories. I really listened to that with my mom in the car. Going around the beach, listening to that. You know, it was good times.
Now, I guess in high school, and just growing up, but really in high school, were you the only like artist in your friend group, or were there others?
No, so my friend group, obviously the friend group's like way bigger. But my boy started off, and my brother started off messing around. We would freestyle at home or freestyle with the guys, and that's how that started. And then I would just try it here and there. I'd go at home and write, and then get more into it as we're freestyling. But really because of what I would hear my bro say and my boy growing up, and what they're saying off the head, like that's when I was like, yo, like I gotta try this. Like I'm not drawing as much. Like this is art too. Let me try this. Like let me do that too. And I'd be so surprised what they would say. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously it's probably not as good as it would be right now because we have so much more experience. Yeah. But like at the time, it was just like I couldn't even think about saying stuff like that because I just didn't have the process yet. Yeah. The metaphors and you know what I'm saying and stuff like that. But it was because of them. Because of them, I kept going. They kind of fell back from it. Yeah. And I just didn't want to stop. I felt like I had enough people telling me, you know, like you're good, you're getting better. There's no point of stopping because obviously nobody starts off amazing at everything. Yeah, of course. and obviously there's people that lie to your face just because they love you. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, it's good, and
Sure.
I know the difference. I
Okay.
definitely see the difference now. Someone's saying I'm good because they love me, and you know what I'm saying, they just want to support me, whereas somebody actually heard what I'm doing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's though both people push me, but the ones that actually hear me is the reason why I keep going, and that feeling. You know what I'm saying? That magic feeling. It's the reason why I keep going.
Does writing songs come naturally to you? Or does it take you like a long time, like, and it's a whole process?
The process is always different. It depends if I heard the beat. It depends. It depends on the beat, really.
Okay.
If the beat is like catchy to me, then what I'm about to say, or at least the cadence and the flow, is coming to me naturally.
Yeah, I hear
and
you.
I'll try to keep that. Sometimes I'm just out and I get inspiration and I have like a bar or I have like a saying. Like sometimes they're just sayings, what people said, and I'll just write that down.
Okay.
And I'll write something else down, and then from there, I'm like, all right, I got some stuff down. Now let's hear the beats that I've been liking, and let's try to match that up. So every song, most of the time, the process is different.
Sure.
And then there's times where I'm at home, I'm like, you know what, I want to write something, and depending on the mood, depends on the beat, and I can write like half the song. Well, I'll do at least the hook, so I have at least the body structure down.
Sure.
And how I'm gonna do it, and then go to the studio, because in the studio you sound totally different.
Yeah.
So I don't like to. I used to write like the whole body of songs, but and then I would go in the studio and I didn't like how I sounded on how I thought I was gonna make it, and I'm just like, yeah, I gotta just do a little bit at home, do the rest in the studio, so I can know how it's gonna sound and what I need to change and how I'm gonna change it.
Got you.
You know, things like that. But I love the process of making music though, of like creating something.
And so, when it comes to beats, do you have a producer you work with, or do you get type beats?
So most of the time I do type beats.
Yeah.
I do have a producer that sends me songs sometimes. I do have people on Instagram that send me songs sometimes too, so I look at theirs. I'm trying to strive away from using YouTube beats because of the copyright and all that stuff.
What artist type beat do you like the most?
So they change a lot because some artists put out more music and then they stop.
Yeah.
So then they don't. The people that are listening to them stop making type beats.
Yep.
But a couple of my to-go type beats would be like a Lil Baby type beat,
Sure.
a Hot Boy type beat.
Okay.
What was I just looking up? I like those. I used to do Gunna beats, but they're just too repetitive. I don't do those type of beats no more. I go everywhere with my type beats, honestly. I look up whatever artist I'm feeling or whatever type of beat I think I'm gonna get from that artist. I just look them up.
Yeah.
But it's my range is it goes anywhere. I can go anywhere and look for a type beat.
And so
Or like a Lil Durk type beat too.
Oh, that'd be fire.
Yeah, that's what I look up too.
So that really wraps up part one. Part two, like, of our interview. Part two, I really want to talk more about where you start with music. Like, I want to ask you about like your first song, and I'm really interested in what you think about New Bedford's music scene and rap scene, and maybe some of your plans for making music in the future. So that'll be in part two. Everyone, this has been Benny Brickz, and also where you got that name. I'm super interested. So this has been Benny Brickz on Wake Up New Bedford. Just watch part one, watch part two, where we'll go more into detail about his music and some of his future plans. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.